for conversation now?
I think the problem they have is that they've lost their bearings. That's why they think they can correct it, but it's not possible anymore. I think we have passed that stage based on what the law says, that if you leave that elected to the office and there is no crisis in your political party at them, you lose your seat, and that is what is happening to them. And I don't know how they're going to do that, because everybody believes that democracy has come to stay. And if democracy has come to stay, you must play by the rules. You must play by the rules.
You had mentioned...
You just don't think that...
Okay, go on, Chief.
You can't just make one mistake and you can correct it. And I know it's not possible. The mistake has already been done. Whether it is wrong or right, I don't know how they're going to correct that.
So you think
unless you're changing you're trying to turn the other side of Democrats. Anything you like, you can do.
You think that the lawmakers announcing their defection to the APC was a wrong deed that they are now trying to correct?
Because from what is happening, it's obvious that it was like a mistake they did, clearly. And they want to correct it. It's not possible.
Why would it be a mistake? Because, they had wanted to work with the president on the mandate of the president. So many would think that, well, if that's the idea, it makes a lot of sense. So what motive could
you live in the state, you know what is happening politically. The president is the center. The president, you can still work with the president. It doesn't really matter. The most important is for the interests of Nigeria. You don't need to be in the same political party with the president to how am I going to put it? To work with him to give what the Nigerian need. You can be anywhere. The most important is your idea in the system. That is very key.
And now that you mentioned working with the president from anywhere, I'd like us to bring this up. Perhaps you'd react to it. A member of your party, the APC, who was the governorship candidate of the SDP in the last election, now calling on his supporters to be committed in supporting the president, and now pledging his loyalty and says he owes no one apology for supporting and working with the FCT minister. It looks as though the popular word anti-party is something that the lines are becoming very blurred. You're a party man, and I'm sure that your word means a lot in your party. How would you respond to a situation like this, where you have a member of your party openly saying that they are going to align with someone from an opposition political party?
Well, if you listen to the president, he said it's a unity government, and he's commander-in-chief of the armed forces. If he said it's a unity government, decide to get one or two persons that he feels from the side of the party that wants to work. I'm going to stop with the same thing, like you have your organization, you choose who you want to work with, But I get worried where people leave party A to party B, party A to party B, party A to party B. Well, some people are just going there for their personal selfish interest. And, when you're looking for something, you're already applying till you achieve what you want. If you achieve this, okay, it's up to you. Working with the FCT minister, everybody has the right to decide who he wants to work with. That's what I think. And if the former governorship of the SDP had said that he wants to work with nobody else, he doesn't want to apologize to anybody, that's up to him. But when you do whatever you do, you should be able to think about tomorrow, because sometimes people will not look at a very serious-minded person, and they will not see that what you're just after is your own personal interest, because you want to achieve a particular thing. You're good to work with anybody that comes your way. That's what it means. But for me, it's up to him, whatever he wants to do. He has his right, he has his own opinion.
Would this not pose some concerns for the APC in the state? If we have the APC working with political figures and leaders from the PDP, there are those that question how it affects the party in the state going forward. He was a founding member of the party. He started with the party. He left the party to SD because he wants to achieve his dream to be governor of the state. End of the day, he did not achieve his dream. He wants to go back to the APC.
And Mr. President is working with the FCT minister in the state and at the center. Well, if he thinks the only way he wants to get what he wants is by war, there's no problem. But time will tell at appropriate time. That's just a proposition.
All right. We have a very short commercial coming shortly, but then, and before we go on that commercial, there's this document I'd want to read out for you. It was a press statement from June 5. The APC NWC extends tenure of Rivers State Caretaker Committee. The National Working Committee of the party that resolved to extend and has extended the tenure of the party's caretaker committee in the state for another 6 months. And the members, Chieftain Okocha, Chairman, Chief Eric Nwibani, Secretary, Chibike Kenga, Prince Stephen Abolo, Sylvester Vidin, and I think 2 other, Miss Darlene Amadi and Senibo Karibi Dan Jumbo. This was signed by the National Publicity Secretary of your party, Felix Moka. I mean, you've had your stance with regards to the decisions of the national and the leadership at the state level. With this, how would you respond?
Well, last time I had this interview with you, I told you clearly that when the court, whatever the court decides, I don't want to go back to same issues of who becomes the substantial chairman and the caretaker. Jolly and Rivers State, they have that, and that was still challenging the court. Whatever the court decide, we'll stand by it. Whatever the court say, local, they stand with what the National Secretary has done, no problem. But if the court say otherwise, then we continue where we are.
All right.
For me, I don't recognize them, but if probably their paymaster has been able to pay for survival, let's see how it goes. For a politician killing a particular political party in the state, in the union, comes with the decision they take. And then if the party probably wants the party to survive, it's up to them. But for me, I'm still a member of the party. I was duly elected. And if the national probably, I don't know the reason why they took such level of position, there was no crisis in the party. They were all well around for campaign and all that for election. Because at the end of the day, by assumption, probably would have gone to tell them in Abuja, no problem. But I'm still in the court. That's all what I'll tell you.
All right.
Whatever the court decides, then we'll stand with it.
All right, we'll hold our thoughts there and take a short commercial. When we come back, there's still more to discuss with political activities in the state going forward. Please stay on the line for us. And for those who are listening online, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH, you can drop your comments and we'll be taking them and opening the lines for your questions when we return. guest is an APC chieftain and former chairman of the APC in Rivers State, Chief Emeka Beke. Sir, thank you for staying on the line for us. Hello, sir. Thank you for staying on the line.
Yep.
All right. So if you're listening to us from anywhere you are, remember that you can watch and comment on Facebook, streaming live at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH, and there are several comments already coming in. We'll be taking the most that we can. You can also use the WhatsApp number 0809-030-6416. My guest has been able to say from his perspective what he thinks is behind the recent conversations around which political party the 27 lawmakers belong to, whether they're in the PDP or they are in the APC. He's also aired his views on some activities with members of the APC, one of them being Senator Magnus Abe, who said, well, he's going to work and is encouraging his followers to work with the FCT minister and the president. Well, he says anybody has a right to work with who they want to work with, especially with the president saying he's looking at forming some unity form of government. But what does that mean for opposition? What does that mean for checks and balances? Perhaps I would leave that to you to think about. So let us know what your thoughts are on Facebook, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Now, there are many more issues in Rivers State with regards to the politics. And before we open the phone lines and take your contributions, one more topic I would like my guests to respond to is that of the local government councils and the tenures of the council chairman that is already elapsing. There are those that are very concerned that, well, we don't know what to expect, especially when we look at the back and forth. Constitutionally, yes. But then, I mean, you must have heard some of the council chairmen who are talking tough as they approach the end of their term. From your perspective, what would be your word of advice, and how would you respond to those who are talking in the manner that they are?
Well, let me thank you for giving me the audience to talk about the council. You know, when people forget that politics is transit, it comes and goes. We sit in an office, you don't know that they will come where you will not be anymore. And most of them are just getting worried because they know that their tenure is almost up. You know what is happening in the state, and like I said earlier, amendment of tenures of local government, chieftaincy tool, and all that in the state that's happening under the leadership of Martin and Nicholas, the other faction of the state assembly and all that. But what I would advise the local government chairman, if your tenure has elapsed, why don't you just leave? Before you became local government chairman, you had your life to live. And you should know that after probably 2 tenure as local government chairman, you need to go back home and face your business. I don't know why they want to kill themselves, in the seat of the local government chairman. For me, I will advise them that they should understand politics comes and go. But most important is how you were able to serve people where you had an opportunity as a local government chairman. That will speak for you. And I do that. Some of the local government chairman probably have been able to do something that will speak for them. Because all of those of them will be worried. Oprah wouldn't have been able to do that, but who wants to kill them to our local government chairman? If they want to listen to me, there is no need to want to kill yourself or fight over nothing. You should know that the power of a governor is so much power. I listen to Wike say the power of a governor, both God, man, and earth. He has so much power. They are forgetting. And I advise them to look. If your tenure has finished, do your hand over note and probably go back home and face your business. That's my position about that.
Let's open the phone lines first. We'll come back to some more, but first let's hear what the listener has to say. On Facebook, Jaja says, what is happening to Amaewhule and Co. is called God's finger. When you try to fight the anointed one, I pray they learn their lessons. Sugar Boy Christian says, Happy Democracy Day. I've decided that henceforth I will not put my mouth on any matter concerning the FCT minister, and loyal lawmakers, and that of the governor again. I've learned my lessons now. I almost lost my life during that rift. last year's election between the former governor and Magnus Abe. Now, Magnus Abe and the former governor are friends. I've learned my lesson. Never to fight or support these politicians again. Odepeli Gosoka says, good morning, Honorable Beke, the only elected chairman of APC in Rivers State. When is the case challenging APC NWC you're coming up? That Gosoka wants to find that out. I'm sure my guest will respond shortly. Another person says that 17th of next month. All right, so thank God Ability says Martins Amaewhule and his group of friends, upon their defection from PDP to APC, had written to the clerk of the assembly notifying him of their defection. So why are they denying of not defecting from the PDP to the APC? Well, we haven't heard from them directly. Hopefully they give us audience or speak to the media so we can get to ask several questions and figure out what exactly is happening. Clever Sonny says, with the kind of damage Senator Abe has done to Rivers APC, I don't think the FCT minister that we know can work with Abe. Well, time will tell. In politics, only time will tell. All right, tell us your name, where you are calling from, and straight to your question, please, or contribution. Nigeria Info, good morning. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. Justice Ori says Martins Amaewhule and his members decamped. They even went to the president with the claim of being members of APC. So why is the party becoming the party they belong to now an issue? But this is Chief Beke, if you can respond to this. So for some people, the argument is that they did not go to their ward levels to denounce their membership of the APC. Does that count?
Well, I expect that actually happened is that they wanted to declare to the state first and to go back to their various local government. And if you watch the crisis in the all APC, if you go to most local government, you don't know the structure that was there, who are the elected chairman, ward secretary, LG chairman, AJ secretary, and the state. I think that really probably they had confusion with them. That's why most of them did not go back to their work to go and register. But because they've come to the state official, declare in Polo Club, and written to the clerk of the state assembly, I think that is enough evidence. You don't need to go back, whether they've gone back. Everybody knows in Rivers State that 27 lawmakers led by Mike now have already joined our Progressive Congress. Why are they doing that? That was, I think, that's the issue they had because of the confusion. They are right now. I can tell you clearly, like in my local government, where you say you have a caretaker. I don't know who is the ward secretary. I don't know who is the chairman.
All right, let's.
I'm still a member of the party.
Okay, let's go over to Yenegua. David, good morning.
You, Andrew from Yenegua.
All right, David, quickly.
My name is David West.
Straight to your question or contribution, please.
As a matter of fact, I know too well that these lawmakers, the 25 lawmakers, Martins Amaewhule, the Speaker, and the rest, they have defected from PDP to APC. And there is no any other way people defect from party, which I know, from time immemorial. If it's at the National Assembly, they write to the Speaker or the Senate President, and it will be read on the floors, and the names of people defecting will be mentioned. At that point, from that point in time, they seem to have left their party to a new party. And that is what I think Martins Amaewhule and the rest people did. So the ruling or the judgment from the court that they are still members of the question is not made via social media. Well, that I do.
All right, David, I think you got cut off by your service provider. Let's get to Justice Namudioga. Justice, please turn down the volume of your radio set completely.
Okay, my friend Andrew, good morning.
Good morning. Go on.
Good. My regards to your guest. Hi, Chief Emeka Beke. Tell me, Emeka, sir. Andrew, I think to many of us in Rivers State, in as much as the party, Martins Amaewhule and his members belong to is concerned, he doesn't want to be in the court in public because everybody knew that they are now members of the APC. In December 11, 2023, they declared in the floor of the River State House of Assembly that they have joined the APC, leaving the party, leaving PDP. In Polo Club, in the start deal that Antonio Kocha did, they went and they were recognized as members of the APC. Antonio Kocha, caretaker chairman of APC in River State, has also welcomed them to the party. And River State House of Assembly is divided into two, where Martin Amaewhule and his members are members of APC. Then John Jumbo, members of PDP. So why are we coming back to say to be asking which party they belong to? They are members of the APC. They have become. But the fact is that most politicians, like even the public, they went to the president to say they have declared. Now they came back to River State, they say we are still members of the PDP. Why is it like this? You hear different here and there in the River State in the politics of River State. Andrew, they are members of the APC. The law should go. Right. The law should go ahead and decide on this matter.
All right, Justice.
Thank you. What we want to be discussing almost all the time.
Thank you very much.
Assembly that matters. That.
Thank you, Justice. Letan Barry from Bori. Good morning.
Good morning, Mikemi Andrew.
You're welcome.
And good morning to the noble guest on the studio. Yeah. My concern for this issue of Amaewhule supporting the president while he's a member of the PDP is not a worrisome issue to me, because a lot of us did these things even when during the period of campaigning. I was also a member of APC while I was also doggedly supporting Senator Magnus Abe, because I love his idea. And so, for the River State House of Assembly member led by Martin Amaewhule supporting the president from the APC, using that as a yardstick to say he has defected to the APC, I think is inconsequential, because even the court understands this whole thing, and that is why they could not give the judgment to those who went ahead to say the court should declare their seat vacant. So I think people, those who are agitating that Martin Amaewhule and his team, 26 members, has defected to the APC, I think they didn't get it well. I think even the Tony Okocha at the time when during the campaign period was also supporting the governor of River State, the present governor of River State, while he was in APC. So why did the party not say is a PDP man? So please, we should learn to correct some of these things because of the modern days politics.
All right, thank you. George from Buguma, let's hear you.
Yes, Andrew, good morning. Let me also greet honorable guest this morning. Yes, Andrew, I agree completely with Chief Emeka Beke that these lawmakers have actually lost their bearing. They have lost their relevance. You can see everything look like a size plate. These were people who were elected to go and bring about the interests of their constituents. Rather, they went there to worship at one man's altar. It is very unfortunate and shameful that today, you see, it whole thing looks like as if these are just new political breeds who don't really understand politics to the extent that you trade your integrity at the platter of my brother. Is very worrisome. It's very worrisome. Look at today, see how they are toasting up and down, being very unstable in the face of today's politics. I think it is bad. I want to say that the party should begin to wheel out the powers to either place them on suspension or total expulsion from the party, because if you leave this kind of people, they'll continue to be there and destroy the
George.
party. But for that of Magnus Abe and his position, I think what I would say, if him that was picked by the former governor today is not good, is it the single senator maybe that will be good if maybe he has the position by tomorrow? Is it him that would be good to the former governor? I don't think so.
All right. Samuel from Remo Kalagbo, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Welcome, Samuel.
Also, good morning to your guest. Honorable, good morning. I want to say that I think I've been listening to Honorable Emeka Beke. I think me and your fans, I want to say that I still know you as the APC chairman in Rivers State and still recognized as APC chairman in Rivers State. I want to say that you have already said it all. You have already told us the truth. These people are defected to APC. They are now members of APC. All those ones they are saying, I don't want to hear about that one again. Whatever thing anybody want to say, they have already defected. They are not members of PDP. And the evidence is there, and the evidence is clear. We will see where they are shouting on your mandate. We shall stand Jagaban with APC flag in their hands. So that is the evidence. On the Polo Club, where the former caretaker who call himself for former caretaker or caretaker chairman of APC or calling Tony Okocha, the way they received them in the Polo Club, those ones they are evidence. So those ones they are saying, I don't want to hear about that one. I've already know that you are the chairman of APC.
Okay, Samuel, thank you.
I still stand in that place. And also the local government chairman, they say they will not want to leave office. I think they have heard the court judgment. I think they will leave office now. We are waiting for them. Thank you.
Promise from Gokana. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yep, go ahead.
I want to appreciate your guest in the studio, Chief Emeka Beke. I understand that he has depth knowledge about Nigerian politics. And so he has refused to join in the issue of Amaewhule-led for deciding to work with the Minister of FCT in promoting the president of this country. His life is about decision. And every decision you take or to take will determine where you'll be tomorrow. And politics, they has permanent interest and no permanent enemy. Today, you can be on the same page with somebody, and tomorrow you'll be on the same page based on your political ideology. But all I want to say, I want to urge my brother in the studio to join the more distinguished Amaewhule-led to build and to advance the party. He became a founding father when the party came to River State. And I believe together they can make a difference in the state. As regards the 27 lawmakers purported defected to APC, I think at this time it is only the lawmakers themselves that can determine the party where they belong to, because they are living beings, they are not dead. So if let's assume that I intend to do a particular project and I do a particular thing, and along the line I change my mind, it is my prerogative to decide where I will be at a particular time. So if probably they intend to go to APC and maybe the condition ahead of them is not favorable, and they decide to stay back, provided the party where they belong to have not expelled from the party, or they have not said they will not take them back from the party.
Okay, promise.
Then it's at their right.
Thank you. Jude from Amoma. Let's hear you quickly so we come back to my guest as we wrap up. Hello, Jude.
Emeka, Chief Emeka Beke, I'm so happy to hear your position on the deflection of Magnus Abe, who have said he has come back from SDP to PDP. I'm glad to your position, because we all know that Magnus Abe is so desperate. If it doesn't favor him in the 2024 in APC now, he will now go to another party. So I'm so happy with the position he has taken. We see him as non-serious person, no principle. So I'm not wondering whether or not he's APC or not, because he will soon go back to another party if he doesn't get the ticket in APC the next election. So I'm happy with the position you have taken. So
All right, Jude.
that's my position too, that I'm not serious with Magnus. I know what should take him even serious.
Thank you, Jude. We have to wrap it up quickly. This message, and then I come to my guest, Chief. It says, when Senator Magnus Abe said he had rejoined the APC, was it not in your studio on the Morning Crossfire that the APC caretaker chairman said he is unaware that Magnus had returned to the APC? Yes, at the time he said that because according to him, they've not met, he'd not seen him. So possibly now that has changed. We do not know. It's possible that has changed now. Because I remember still speaking with him another time, and he had said, "Well, Magnus Abe has also said that work with the caretaker chairman." So we'll wait and see. If Tony Okocha said that the current Speaker of the Assembly and 26 others have joined the party and host the welcome party for them, was he mistaken or what? Michael from Africa is asking that question. Chief, I'll be giving you the chance to wrap up. Let's just take one more message to our guests. Following the proceedings of the judgment delivered by the Rivers State High Court, why didn't your APC register the 27 PDP lawmakers immediately? They denounced PDP to join APC. The judge said television ceremonies and videos cannot count in the face of the law. I think the 27 lawmakers led by Martin Amaewhule and APC got it wrong politically. Okay, Chukwu Nwanchukwu JD. All right, Chief. Let's get your reaction.
Okay, first, let me respond to the man from Gokana. I think he's playing politics of Gokana people, and I think that is the level of their mentality. Too bad, because you can't say that I should build hand with Magnus. I mean, Magnus is part of the problem we had in Rivers State in APC. But if he's back to the party, like I said to you, we will not do it. You know, when you're looking for a particular position, you're already blind. You crash. And I don't say anything concerning politics. At the appropriate time, we'll discuss politics of Rivers State and people who have character and those who don't have character. That is one. Two, the lawmakers, they are not members of PDP. They should go back to their party where they belong. That's All Progressive Congress. And for me, that's my position. Local government, your tenure is going to expire. Just get yourself and go back to your house and face your business, because politics is transit and it has come and gone. Your tenure has elapsed. That's what my position is. And I think that Rivers people should support the governor of the state. Right now, he's the governor. Whether it is wrong or right, the governor. After
Chief.
4 years, you don't want the elections.
Thank you very much. We have to wrap it up here. Thank you very much.
Waiting they create party for my